welcome back to my channel. My name is Jess Hofer. It is so good to have you here. If you're new, welcome. I make a lot of content for moms and dads and moms to be and dads to be and friends of moms and dads to be. If you are looking for more support in your parenting journey, you can join us on Facebook. We have a group called Jess Hofer and Friends. You request to get in, answer the questions, I'll let you in. Really great people, really kind, just a good space. So if you want to come be a part of it, we'd love to have you. If you want to see more of my life, follow us on Instagram at Jess_Hofer. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the little bell notification so that you can see when I post new content. Now, for this video is one that is so important to me. I've been thinking about it for days and weeks, and I want it to go great because I really feel like I'm onto something. It's like this key that I feel like unlocks happy parenting. And who doesn't want to be a happier parent? I for sure do. I am sweating my head off in Los Angeles. It's over 100 degrees. It's too hot to be pregnant, but you know, here we are. We're doing it. So on a serious note, this video is something that I really hope will bring some encouragement to you wherever you are in your process when it comes to parenting. I had a friend, I had some friends come visit recently from Barcelona, amazing friends. They're American. The guy is one of our very best friends. He married this awesome girl. They have a 5-month-old son. And this was my first time really getting to know her and the family as a unit, right? Well, okay, you should know something. When it comes to motherhood, I am a pretty insecure mom. I feel like I'm pretty insecure in general at times, but when it comes to motherhood specifically, I'm not a super confident mom. It's kind of this big, like, cosmic joke that I am even a mother of the internet making these videos as part of my job because I don't feel like an amazing mom. In fact, the reason why I make these videos is because a lot of the time I feel like I have no clue what I'm doing. And when I first became a mom 5 years ago, I definitely didn't have a clue what I was doing and didn't have family there to show me the ropes. And it was just a lot of fumbling through trying to figure it out. And I really didn't enjoy being a mom. If you want to know like my most honest thoughts about that, I made a video called I Don't Like Being a Mom. Just to be very clear, I love my children and I'm very thankful to be a mom. I think it's an amazing opportunity. I'm really thankful that I have it. I just don't always enjoy it. So watch that video if you want to know more of what I mean, because I know that that might be weird for some people. Anyway, when it comes to parenting, I often have felt insecure because I don't totally know what I'm doing and don't feel really good at it, right? So then when I hang out with other moms who have different parenting styles, my mind is like, oh my gosh, they're amazing. They know exactly what they're doing. They're so fulfilled. They're having the best time. What's wrong with me? Why can't I figure this out? When my friends came to visit from Barcelona recently and I was hanging around with them, I did not have that insecurity, which is interesting because this mom's parenting style is entirely different from mine. And I loved it. In fact, being around her, I think, is what sort of set off this whole thought process that I'm going to invite you into in this video, because this girl is amazing. She is like a remarkable mom. You can tell she's made for this role. It's something she has dreamt of for many years. She should have thousands of children. They would be so lucky to call her mom. And yeah, like I said, because of my insecurity, a lot of times being around people like that, I could end up feeling like, oh gosh, what's wrong? I wish I was more like them. And this time I felt like I had more of a clear mind to just sort of observe our differences and observe our happiness, really, because what I saw was that she is a really happy mom and she's parenting according to her style, a style that really suits her personality and her way and her family's dynamic. And I too felt happy in my parenting, and I also felt sure that my parenting style was more fitting for me as a person, right? So some examples. My friend, she loves to hold her baby, loves it, like loves to nurse her baby to sleep, never wants to pump milk ever. She normally, when she's home, does like the cloth diaper thing. She loves to hold her baby when he's napping, or like lay next to him when he's napping. Not always, but just like she really enjoys that. She misses him. She misses her baby when he's gone. And she said that like a few weeks prior to us being together, she had a job that required her to be away from her baby for chunks of time, and that it was really sad for her, that she really missed him so much. And contrast that with me. I'm not the most cuddly person in general. You should just know that. Like, my family kind of jokes with me that I'm really not so snuggly. I've never totally been a snuggler in my life. Even when I was little, my mom said I just preferred to be near people, but I didn't want to be like all up on them. So I'm still a lot like that. But yeah, like I love my kids. I miss them in the sense that like I really love them, and I think they're just so wonderful and sweet, and I think about them all the time. But like, I love working. I like being away from them too. I loved when they got old enough to be able to sleep in their crib in a different room from me. I felt a lot of freedom to be able to pump milk and have someone else give them a bottle. I'm crazy about my kids, but the distance feels nice for me, right? I'm hesitant to say it because I feel like it's so insensitive, but I don't mean it insensitively. I love my kids. Ask anybody who knows me. I talk about them way too much. Anyway, but what I thought was cool is that her style was different than my style. And if I tried to take on her style of parenting, I would be really bummed. Like really, something would be wrong. And if she took on my style of parenting, she would be really bummed. Like, definitely, because it's not what's natural to her way. And what I thought would be valuable for you guys to hear, especially those of you who are about to be new moms or who are new parents, is that you can feel confident to trust your style of parenting. Really trust it. Like, you need to know that there is not one amazing way to parent all babies. And if you don't do that, you're wrong. There are so many ways to parent a little baby. And the best way for you to do that is going to be in the way that is most fitting for you guys. And what I'm not saying is to be careless or dangerous. I know that there could be a small percentage of people who hear this message and take it to the extreme and are all about the what ifs. There's general wisdom for how to care for a baby in a way that is safe and loving, right? And so even when I'm sharing tips, I understand that there's some stuff that's just pretty general, like babies need certain things, and we can figure that out, the feeding, the sleeping, like there's some basics. But the way that all of that looks in our own unique lives and family dynamics is going to be specific to who we are and the family that baby is born into. And we do not need to feel insecure. I think that one thing I've noticed about, I'll say moms, but I'm actually seeing it in just parents in general, is that maybe it's stemming from insecurity or pride or whatever, but there's a lot of shaming that goes on in the way that we do parenting. There's this like loftiness that comes in where we're like, this is the way we do it and it is the best way, and how dare someone else do it differently. And it's yucky, it's gross, it's not nice to be around. I don't want to be a part of it. It's not helpful or life-giving. I've said this, if you're a part of the Facebook group, you know, I think that there is something very healthy about disagreeing with people and kind of hearing different perspectives on things. So in that Facebook group that I'm running, I welcome different ideas. I do. I think there's a way to do that with kindness. It really turns me off when people are like, oh my gosh, it is so sad that you would blank, whatever it is. Breastfeed, formula feed, pump, work, not work, like whatever the style is, we have this way of being like, oh my gosh, what a pity for your child that you would choose to do something so blank, whatever the thing is. How strange, how strange. We are such different people with different desires, different quirks, different tendencies, different preferences. It makes perfect sense that our way of raising our babies is going to look very specific to those things. Okay, so then on the same token, so my first piece of kind of encouragement for you as a parent and for me is parent according to your style and really trust whatever comes naturally to you. The second piece of that would be to trust your own limitations. Meaning, if there is something about your parenting situation that's happening right now between you and your baby or babies or children, and it just doesn't feel like it's working, you can trust that. Like I think a lot of times what we do is we're like, oh my gosh, I'm really tired, I'm really overwhelmed. This feels like it's not working. I'm under this parenting thing. I don't feel like I'm on top of it. I don't feel like I have any sort of control. But look at that mom over there. She's handling her situation way better than me. So I just got to get through. That doesn't make any sense. That's not the best way I think that we can be done with that. The reason why is because we all have different capacities for things. We're wired differently. We can handle different things. And I think, yes, we can be encouraged by everybody else. Maybe I have 2.5 children and my friend has 5 children and she's doing her thing this way. And I can like glean some wisdom and insight and encouragement from her style. But I know me, and what I can handle is going to be very specific to me. And the best thing I can do is be honest with my own feelings, with my own limits, my own styles, my own all of that, right? So when you're starting to feel that sense of like, oh, this isn't working, something's not right. Maybe, I mean, when it comes to baby things, like maybe we are sleeping with our baby in a little sleeper thing next to us on the floor. This is me, right? Like me and my baby. He was sleeping in a DockATot on the floor. And it started to be where it wasn't working. He was waking up a lot. He didn't seem comfortable. I was tired. He was tired. He was fussy. I was fussy. It's not good. It does not matter what any other mom is doing with their baby. If I am hitting a limitation and I'm hitting a moment where I'm like, this isn't working, then it's now an opportunity for me to find a new way. And so for me, we started to find a new way. We actually moved him to a crib in a separate room, did some sleep training things, very basic, to help him learn to sleep there. He slept much better than he did next to me. And all of that had to do with me being in touch with my situation, my feelings, my reality, and getting some solutions accordingly, right? Same thing goes this week. I am so overwhelmed, to be really honest with you. So overwhelmed with having both kids home, my husband being unemployed. We're launching a new business and we're doing this YouTube channel and trying to maintain some things. And what I know is that I'm gonna need some help. So now, because I am being in touch with those like limits that I'm hitting, we can actually see like there's this problem and I need to find this solution. If I wasn't aware of that, then what I would do is I would look to my friends, like my friend who has 5 children and is doing a lot more things than me, and I would go, well, she's doing way more than me, so I've just got to get through this. Well, if I just keep doing what I'm doing at the pace that I'm doing it, I'm gonna end up depressed, very depressed. I know myself, I've been there, I did it before. You can watch my mental hospital video, I've already done that. I don't wanna do that again. And so my job is to be in touch with me and my family and my limits and make changes according to what we need as a unit, right? So you guys, you're watching this, you're doing so great. I'm so excited for your life, and I think that you're just really good at what you're doing. Feel freedom, feel confident in your style of parenting and in your limits as a parent as well. And if you really like have no clue what your style of parenting is, and you're like, I don't know what works best for me, I don't know how to do this, perfect. then you just start doing what other people are doing and see what works and what doesn't. If you end up figuring out that you love a lot of structure and you want everything totally planned and you want to know kind of hourly what you and your baby are doing, then you do that. Maybe you try that life out and it sucks and you're like, no, I'm not cut out for the structure thing. I got to be a little bit more free in my way. Then you do the little more free in your way thing. I think that for those of us who have no clue, which was me a while ago, then you glean and kind of latch on to the different things that you see around you until one of them works. And if it works, hooray. And if you keep finding that things don't work, you figure something else out. Friends are really valuable. Finding mom friends, dad friends. Right now everybody's social distanced, probably here where we are, there's a lot of social distancing still. So there's online support groups you can find. Whatever you need to do to have some community that can really help enhance your happiness as a parent, for sure. Okay, I'm ending this video because I think I've been going on and on. Hear my heart. My heart is just to tell you that you can totally do this. Happy parents, they make happy children. I mean, that's the most blanket cliche thing you've ever heard in your life, but I really do think that if we look back on our lives, some of our happiest moments are when the people around us were happy too. And for you guys, I want you to take your own well-being very seriously because it's going to enhance your parenting. So trust your style, trust that you can do this, that you know how to do this, and if you don't know how to do that, that's totally fine. You're not crazy. Or maybe you are crazy, but I'm crazy too, and we can be crazy together and that'll be fun. Trust your style and then also trust your limitations. And when you find yourself hitting a limit, then you make a change. So maybe you're hitting a limitation when it comes to breastfeeding, you're gonna make a change. Maybe it's time to wean, or maybe it's time to pump, or maybe it's something, right? Hitting a limitation with sleep, maybe you try something different. Whatever it is, trust that your limitations are telling you something and there is a solution on the other side of that limitation. I like you. I think you're so great. Thank you so much for being here. I look forward to seeing you next video. You're wonderful. Okay, goodbye. Goodbye. Thanks. I love you. Okay, bye.